So I've been trying to make a pair of boots for a while, and actually I've been trying to make a super high-end pair of boots. This is kind of almost a disclaimer I've started to use, because while I'm crafting right here, is I'm trying to make a very, very high-end pair of boots for somebody, and it's somebody who values high durability, like we were talking about earlier. So I need to get all the stuff on it. It needs to be the right stuff, and it needs to happen with very few fails. So we still have quite a bit of durability on them. So it's a difficult piece to make, and normally you wouldn't have to throw as many resources at a piece as I'm about to throw at it to make a very good piece. You could get 90 or 95% of the way there for like 10% of the materials. But I'm trying right now for a very, very high-end piece. So you will see a lot of what looks like wasted materials. I'll end up, selling the lesser boots and giving some of the even lesser ones away, or selling them to the NPC merchant so they drop his loot for people and stuff like that. So I don't consider it much of a waste, but it could definitely look expensive. So just know, this will be a good demonstration, hopefully, but know that crafting isn't this expensive unless you're really going for super, super high-end stuff. The durability is the hard part. Yeah. Make 2 fire wands, or I could make some fire wands a little bit later too, and that's actually a different type of doing both of them. I work them differently because they're they're different pieces. So yeah, I have different strategies for them, and that would be a good actual comparison later. So, all right, let's go over this from the start, which is going to be making some actual blanks. So we use epic plate boots because they use 3 metal sheets. So all right. The metal sheets I'm using are Constantin, which give you base weapon damage, and they give you focus. Each Constantin sheet is made of 3 Constantin ingots. Each sheet is giving me 1% base weapon damage and 5 points of focus. So if I make these augmented plate boots, I get 2% weapon damage and 10 focus because I'm using 2 sheets. Plus I could put a cloth or leather strap in there that would add additional stat, but not stat as good as these sheets. If I make the epic plate boots, I get to use 3 sheets, and so I get 3% base weapon damage and 15 focus. So, but we're mostly worried about the damage rather than the focus. These regular plate boots, only 2 sheets, not even a strap or anything with them. So that's only 2% base weapon damage. So the epic ones here have the most stat we're after. It's going to use 3 Constantine sheets. Each one's going to give 1% base weapon damage and plus 5 focus. And so when I actually craft them here, we'll be able to look at them and see that we get 3 base weapon damage on it and 15 focus, exactly what we expected. Plus we got an exceptional, which means I get 1% armor durability effectiveness. That applies not just to this piece, but to the entire suit. So all of your armor durability is added up. It's added to armor durability effectiveness from the skill that we talked about earlier in the tactics tree. It's added to armor durability effectiveness from the 3-day buff we can get that we started the stream by getting in Elysium, and armor durability effectiveness granted by the Obsidian Potion, which is one of the most the best Obsidian Potions in my opinion. Is the one that lets your gear last longer. You can buy it off player vendors if you want to for gold, or you can buy it from the Kodo shop, or you can get it from the monthly reward bundle. But it's one that no matter how you get it, it pays for itself. The amount of in-game gold it would cost to, make these things these pieces compared to the in-game gold it costs to buy a preservation potion, pays for itself dozens of times over. Almost. I'm working on it, Violet. I'm getting there on knowing what I'm talking about. It's an incredibly complex system. I'm learning stuff every day. About most aspects of the game, but also learning about Fire Mage, now that I'm doing a Fire Mage build, is teaching me about crafting, because it's teaching me what jewels are going to be more valuable, how much durability pieces need, what is more valuable in terms of adding strength for my improving my shield blocking, or adding just straight health to get the health higher. And all this stuff. It's all information that works together. I do think to be a good crafter, you do have to have adventuring knowledge. You have to know what you're making and why you're making it. You can make stuff to order. If someone says make me exactly like this, and you're a very good crafter, you can do that with no knowledge of adventuring or why they want it. But if you're actually just going to go out and try to make pieces, you do have to understand adventuring. Yes, actually, because there's really cool stuff you can do on the enchant side. So if you have a chest piece and you put an earth gem in it before you enchant it, you can actually add a bonus to it called Strength of Earth bonus. So when you cast your Strength of Earth in your Earth tree to give yourself strength, it might give you, say, 20 strength. But you could also have an enchant on your chest piece that multiplies that by an additional 25%. And you'll actually, instead of 20 strength, you'll get 25 strength from your Strength of Earth when you cast it. So if you look at, I was playing around a little bit with some leather. These aren't super high-end leather pieces. Like if you look at this one, it has a 25.7% Strength of Earth power bonus on it. That's because I socketed it with the Guyism gem first, and then did an enchant pass on it for a specialized effect. And we'll talk about that a little bit more. We'll do pieces like that after we've done these boots. These boots cannot be socketed, so we won't be doing any special enchants like that. Hey, Chakotay. Sorry, I'll personalize the message next time. Oh, nice. All right. I'm sorry, Chakotay. All right. So now we're gonna start masterworking these. Or actually, you know what? Since we're going after such a special piece, a high-end piece, I'm actually going to start by enchanting them first. So I'll take both ingots out right now. I'm going to use gold ingots for enchanting, and I'm going to use silver ingots for the masterwork. I'm going to come over here, and the reason I'm going to start on the enchant side is because I am much more... It's a lot easier on the enchant side to kind of get what you're after. There's fewer options to pull from. But also, I don't want to waste a bunch of silver on pieces only to come to the enchant side and miss that stuff. So right now I'm going to go through and I'm going to try to get as many perfect pieces on the enchant side as I can get, and then take those over, and I'm only going to push those hard on the masterwork side if they already are showing potential. The ones that aren't showing great potential, that don't have the major strength on them, which is the primary thing we're looking for at the masterwork at the enchant side, those ones that don't have that major strength, I won't push as hard. I'll save them for higher durability kind of starter gear, or I might try to do something a little bit different for them for a different type of build. Maybe if I get major int on the enchant side, I will actually decide, okay, instead of doing these for this specific build, I might do it for like a heavy archer / air build or something like that. Just try to give variety so I don't have 20 pieces that are all the same. Oh, Sean Butts, I would love to do that. Yeah. I mean, anytime I get to craft when the mats are on somebody else, yeah, I'm happy to do that, man. I'm a little bit backed up right now. I got some people in line waiting on gear, but yeah, I don't throw anything away fully, but some of it does basically become trash. We'll talk about that breakdown later. Awesome, sounds good, man. Yeah, I do go through a lot of mats, and actually, those numbers, it looks like my ingot piles are slowly dropping. The truth is, it's a lot of back and forth. I am almost every night I'll go refine at least a little bit of ore to replenish my ingot supply. Um, Yes, you'll get faster. As your skills build up, as you get meticulous gathering from BMC gear and stuff like that. Gauntlets leaded maybe for speed. You refine your routes. You get more used to the zones. You kill the mobs in the zone faster. All that stuff will keep working together, and you'll get faster and faster. And you'll get more and more gold, more and more silver, more and more ore every time you go out there. All right. So I will say, Chakotay, in my defense, since I said that, which I admit, all right, I was being a bit of a jerk when I said I was getting low on silver and I still had quite a bit. But since I've said that, I've used like twice as much silver ore as or silver ingots as I've had at the time. I just have been replenishing my stuff in between. Yes, or kill and buy. Yeah, or mix of both. You'll find a balance. And again, you clearly are doing perfectly fine on the adventuring side as well right now. You're clearly knowing what's going on there. If you're able to kill wyverns and reapers already, that is genuinely very impressive. Yeah, ghosts do take forever. Pets to tank them are also handy. All right, so before we enchant, we're gonna put on a little bit of gear, a little bit of special crafting gear. So we spoke a bit earlier about what the skills do inside the trees. And this base enchant skill is your success to succeed. So I have this skill at 140, which I have put a lot of work into trying to get my producer up pretty good. And this is a high level skill. You could get a lot of the effects from this. Once your enchanting is at about level 120, you're pretty close to this in terms of what you can get, and it's a fraction of the XP to go from 120 compared to 140. And there's other things that can help. So if I take these rings of the Master Alchemist and this necklace of the Master Alchemist, each one is going to add plus 10 alchemy. That's just this base skill. That's handy for exceptional chance for making potions and things. It's also going to add plus 10 to the enchant skill underneath it. And that's our percent chance to succeed. So that's going to take my skill from 140 to 150 with this ring, 160, 170 by the time I add the necklace. Which is, quite nice, and it's going to improve our percent chance to succeed. So let's actually look at that happening. Let's get a pair of boots in here like we're going to enchant. And if we look, we have a 100% chance to succeed. At this high level, we get 100% enchantment success. We never fail on our first attempt at an enchant. So we click that, and major int, okay, that's nice, but we don't want any of these skills. So we're going to go look through a little bit for a better skill. And take kind of the best one we can find out of what we're given. I'll talk more about that part later. But now if we go to enchant these boots again, we see it says an 89.8% chance to succeed. The second enchant is more difficult to add on to. And each subsequent one gets a lot more difficult. The piece is more brittle. You've already worked it. It's more difficult to work with it. You're trying to put more stuff into it. You have a bigger chance of messing it up. So what we can do to boost that again is put on that jewelry. So if I get the Master Alchemist stuff out, I'll add 10 levels right now by putting on this ring. And now you see I have a 91.6% chance to succeed. And that's because I've taken this skill basically from 140 to 150. If I put on the second ring, I have to actually be able to tag it to my character, but if I can do that, I get to 93.4% chance to succeed. I'll pull on the third one. This is going to take me all the way up to 170 effective enchantment level. I'm at 95.2% to succeed. So I've gotten myself a very decent boost, a very respectable boost by putting on this gear. It's helped me get that up. And that's all this first stat does. It affects nothing but your percent chance to succeed. Let's go ahead and hit craft there. And now we're looking at our other options. So we have strength. We are after strength. So let's just take that right now and say, okay, we've got strength on these boots. Now we want to go for a third. We want even more strength. There's 2 strengths I can get for this piece on the enchant side. Regular strength and major strength. I have the regular strength, which is worth 3.4. I'm going to try for a major strength, worth about 5. In fact, a little bit more. But since this is the third enchant now, I'm down to a 56% chance to succeed. It's almost a coin flip. So that's why to get this extra stat now, you know, I have a high chance to succeed. This is where you start seeing multiple fails on gear that's made, even by higher level crafters. Yep, that low already. And I was lucky I succeeded, but now we haven't gotten what we're looking for. So this is an interesting part of the crafting system, and this is again one of the places where, while there's RNG involved, it's not just random chance. We're able to use certain strategies and techniques and to be more likely to get what we want, and we're also able to weigh risk versus reward about looking for what we want. Yeah, no, yes, which is what I was trying to say earlier. As we see these other pieces, I won't use words like no good usually. If I do, I'm maybe just, you know, probably chances are I'm kind of kicking myself for not having gotten what I'm after yet. I like I said, I waste, in my opinion, nothing when I'm crafting. I try to make use of everything, of all the resources, because a lot of stuff is still very good. So the boots we're making right now, they're for someone who's a very high level player, and we're trying to work on a suit for them. It's basically going to be a top of the line, can't get better than suit, which is a very difficult thing to do. And in the process, we'll get a lot of pieces that are quite good, and they'll be fine. In fact, last time I made a suit for them, I actually ended up wearing a lot of the quote unquote failed pieces, because we were after a specific suit, and a lot of the pieces that weren't as good as what we were looking for were better than the gear I was already wearing. So I just started wearing it. Started wearing some of the quote unquote fails, because they were actually still very high end pieces. So that's okay. Very good question. How many times can you revise? That's part of the mitigation of the RNG and the strategy, and it's based on this skill here, Alchemy Mastery. And again, there's a corresponding skill in all the Masterwork trees, like Carpentry Mastery as well. For Enchant, it's called Alchemy Mastery, and this will, the higher this level is, it will give you more chances to revise effects. So you have to train this before you get any. If this skill is untrained, you won't see this button here. And the three things that come up in this first window pane, this first window, will be all you can choose from. As you start leveling this, you get a bigger chance to revise effects. It's not guaranteed. It's kind of like a meticulous collection. Every time you craft something, or every time you revise, you roll for another chance to get another revision. You might get one, you might not. At this level I have Mastery at, I always get at least 2 revisions. So I always get at least 3 sets of options, at least 9 random selections of a stat that pop up here. But sometimes I get more, sometimes I don't. So we are going to click revise, because we don't really want any of these. We're looking for major strength. So if I click revise, I still don't have major strength on here. If I click revise again, okay, I have major dexterity, intelligence, and dexterity. I don't have major strength. If I click revise, that may be my last revision. I may not get another revise after this. And also, I still might not get major strength. So I can look and say, you know what, this major dex here is actually a very good stat. We're kind of lucky to roll it. These boots are possibly what we're after, but if we put major dex on it now, they're off to start to, again, be like Gwendolyn said, very usable boots, very good boots. They'll have major dex on, which is also a useful stat. And so I could revise effects here. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm not going to roll the dice, despite the temptation, because we have all these boots here ready to go, all these blanks ready to go. I'm actually going to take major dex, and instead of having a piece that, you know, because I didn't get major strength, they're no good, I have a piece that, even though I didn't get major strength, can still be super useful to somebody. Can still be a very nice pair of boots for somebody to wear. And then I'm going to go in fresh on another pair. And don't worry, I know, perhaps a little bit unsatisfying and not quite as exciting. We will be rolling the dice here a little bit harder as we go forward. But I think it is good to point out, this is how the rich stay rich. Yeah, exactly. It's good to point out these things that, you know, kind of conserve materials and let you get the most out of what you're doing. And again, it's just some of the stuff that, depending on your priorities, if you don't ever sell gear, and you don't know people that are going to use the gear, and you're just looking for a piece for yourself, the smarter thing would be to revise, because these are never going to be the boots specific ones we're looking for right now, and we'd be risking nothing by revising further. But because I do sell gear and I give gear away and I put it in chests and I let it drop as loot and I know friends that need stuff, for me, it wasn't worth the risk of revising again because I could have still a good pair that has some value. But we'll start rolling a little bit harsher because we are definitely looking for these boots with the major on them. So strength here is the stat I want. I'm gonna revise effects again. Oh no, I couldn't. I mean, I could. Someone would buy them, but I don't charge. In my opinion, even high-end gear should be fairly cheap because of the quantity of it that I personally produce and stuff. I would rather have people, rather than try to make an extra buck off some of the stuff I have multiple copies of, I'd rather have more people be able to afford it and get into nice gear a little bit sooner if they want to. And then that'll help them upgrade again. It'll make them more powerful. They can gather more materials, get more gold, and then they can get even stronger gear after that. Kind of get them away. Oh yeah, 300k, 350k gets you very good gear. Get you very nice gear. So we have strength here on this first window. We do want strength, but if I hit revise, strength is a very common stat to come up. All the base stats at their base level, the +2 versions, come up fairly often. So if I hit revise, I am likely to see strength again. But I also take another chance at getting a major strength to pop up. So we're actually going to skip the stat we want, revise effects, and look for major strength. We didn't get it, so maybe this time we'll take strength. Okay, we didn't lose anything. We took a shot at the major. Hey, Zaxxerus, lovely Wivet. How are you doing? Thank you very much for the raid. Yeah, major int, which if we were looking, like if these were white iron boots and we were looking to make them for a death mage, major int would be exactly what we were after. We'd be looking for major int and regular int, as opposed to major strength and regular strength. Family Zoom. Okay. Enjoy your family time. Remote though it may be. Thank you again, man. Take care. Alright, so let's see if we can get the major on it. But either way, we can look at another interesting thing. So these percent chances getting harder and harder might look a little discouraging, but there's actually another compensation for them. Besides just being able to stack more stat, if you remember that strength we just got was 3.3 strength. It was a +2. The other option we had was for intelligence, and that was also 3.3. Now that we've gone to a second roll here, our regulars, our +2s, are 3.4. They add slightly more stat because we've pushed them back. The further back you push a Masterwork or Enchant, the more stat it has. There's a couple exceptions. Durability, Masterwork always adds 30 durability, or 60 on a two-handed item, regardless of where you get it. That one doesn't level. As some things, what else doesn't level? Tremor, like some on-hit effects are always the same value, no matter when in the order you get them. But for the most part, pushing something back gets a higher level. Notice this major dex right here, this +3 dex, the major dex, is 5.1, and this is our second enchant. When we put it on as a third enchant over here, we actually got 5.3 from our major dex, because it was pushed back in the order. So it was harder to get, it was a more difficult piece to make in that sense, but we got rewarded for it by getting a slightly higher number on it. If we pushed it back to the 5th, it'd be like 5.6 dex. Yeah, it's a lot of complexity. It really, really is. And I'm kind of giving you everything at once right now, especially since you're learning the game incredibly quickly, it seems like. But that does mean that, if I'm just kind of rambling past and throwing too much at you, one, you can ask me to slow down. I'm perfectly happy to do that. Two, feel free to ask anything. Okay, that's amazing if you do, because I sure didn't. I had to ask a lot of the same questions over and over. So if you do, don't ever worry about like, oh, I think you already answered this, I feel bad. Ask a second, third, fifth time if I need to repeat it, because it is a ton of stuff all at once. So major dex is good. We still have a lot of windows to look through. We could still do revisions, and we still have a third enchant after this that's not too hard to get. So we'll skip the major dex here. and we'll start looking for the major strength. We didn't get it. Major focus? No, still not. There we go. Major strength got rewarded. And notice I ran out of revisions. So, on this last window, what we were looking for, we found. Very lucky. So we'll save that there. This is another fun thing you'll get used to. 121 durability. That is a 145 piece. So like a helm, boots, gloves, like that, with a regular and a major on it. So the regular enchantments take 10 durability out of the piece. The majors take 12 durability out of the piece. A fail takes, or the majors take 14 durability out of the piece, excuse me. A fail takes 12 durability out. So you get used to some of these numbers. Like 121 here is regular major. 111, it's 10 less because we have an extra regular on it. So this is regular major, and 145 is new. You'll get used to certain durability numbers, and you'll know what they represent. All right. Major health is also a good stat. So if we really made the amazingly perfect ones, they would be full strength stack plus major health, probably. So we're going to take that while it's there. We lost 14 durability, so we're at 131. Do a second revision, and now we're looking for some strength. Oh, major strength. All right, so now we lost 14 twice. We're at 117. Yes, the rest will be on the Masterwork side, and if the Masterwork side goes well and we have durability left, we will come over to the enchant side again. Just for the time being, we're pausing them there at 8.5 strength, which is roughly the maximum strength you can get on the enchant side for a pair of boots. Again, depending on your levels, it might be 7.5 strength, it might be 9 strength, depending on where your levels are and the order you roll stuff in. Alright, so we're going to try these now for regular strength. So, we have major health on, which is cool. We have major strength on them, which is our biggest thing we're after on here, the hardest one to roll. This is only the second time we've seen it, where we've seen int, a half dozen times, regular int, or regular dex, or regular strength. We've seen all those a bunch of times. This is only the second major strength we saw, and we got it. So now we have a 56% chance to succeed this enchant, so hopefully we make it without more than 1 or maybe 2 fails. And if we do, we almost certainly will see the regular strength. It's very likely to come up because it's a very common enchantment. So we're in a pretty good position on these. Much better position than if we had major health and regular strength. Then we would have to not only get that third roll to be successful, but then we would have to also find major strength. We'll see, basically a coin flip here. And we're lucky to have gotten it, and no strength there, so we'll revise effects. No strength there, so we'll revise effects. Strength there. And we only got 3 revisions that time, and we did get our strength. That was actually a little bit hairier than it often is. But now we have ones that are 107 durability, which is awesome. That's a regular enchant and 2 major enchants. And because our major strength and our regular strength were both pushed back to the second and third, these actually have 8.7 strength now, instead of the first ones we did only being 8.5 strength. So we got a little bit of bonus strength just by the order we rolled in. Yep, exactly. Regular strength, then major strength, and then we're going to the Masterwork side. And the Masterwork side actually has 3 strengths. It has regular, it has major, and it has a minor strength as well. And there's even more strategy in whether or not you want to take the minor strength. Depending how it rolled, I might have a pair of boots that are missing minor strength, that are missing some strength, that I actually like better than full strength stack boots. We'll talk a little bit more about that kind of when we get over there too. Alright, so major dex, we'll skip that one. Skip that. Alright, so I could revise again, but I have the regular strength here. I'm not going to revise again just to try to get major strength, because I might get no strength if that happens. So I'll take the regular strength first here. And again, because it's the third Masterwork now, or the first Masterwork again, it's back to 3.3. Whereas when we got it on these boots and it was our third, it was 3.5. And what determines the size of that is these skills down here. So weapon enchant will affect the values on weapons and actually also on belts and necklaces and rings. Those are considered weapons for the purposes of enchantment. What we're working here is armor enchantment. So because this skill is at 140 is why we have 3.3 as our first regular stat. If we had an enchantment level at say 100, that first one might be 3.0, 2.8, or something like that. And if our armor enchantment was like 160 or some ridiculous, some very, very high, hard to get number, it might be 3.5. Roll through these. So we didn't get what we were after. We could do durability effectiveness, which is a good stat, and notice it doesn't have a minus durability option on it. So that means we maybe be able to tolerate another fail, because we wouldn't have lost durability on another option. But health also isn't a bad choice here, so it's a little bit of a conundrum. I think what we'll actually do is take the regular health on these and see how they can come out. All right, now we're looking for... Ooh, we have major health there, so we could just start health stacking these and just concede to the fact that we didn't get a major strength, or we could do something that's a huge gamble. Yeah, exactly. So that's very cool, and it's also, it plays into strategy and enchanting order as well. We're gonna look at some of that when we do wands a little bit later. But I'm actually gonna do something here that is a real long shot. So since I have regular health on these already, I'm gonna take the major health, stack up some health. They're at 111, and what I could do is I could actually try to roll these for a fourth. Now, we're not very likely to get it, but if we do and we get major strength, we have a piece that's off to a fantastic start, a really good piece. But the fourth enchant, look how much you lose. 18.4% chance to succeed. This is why the super high-end gear is so expensive. This is why, 350,000 will get you very good gear, and 2 million or 1 million gold would get you amazing gear, and 10 million gold will get you amazing gear plus one. It's amazing. It's amazing gear that's only slightly more amazing than the stuff you got for a tenth the cost. It's because you're on that gear, you're pushing into these very, very difficult to get enchants and masterwork. Yeah, good luck. We're probably gonna fail, and we did, so we lost 12 durability on it. That's okay. These are still good boots. But I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna try even one more, because we're really gonna push and really try to be a absolutely amazing pair. And we failed again. That's not unexpected, so we're going to pause those there, and we'll look on the masterwork side at how we still get good boots out of these, even though they're not what we're after specifically. Do it again. You will see me occasionally too. Just I'll refer to it as running pieces into the ground. I'll say, oh, okay, well, this isn't going to work unless we get this one thing, so I'm just going to run into the ground trying. Especially on like necklaces, jewelry, that happens a lot. Jewelry lasts a while anyway, so you don't need super high durability on it. Okay, we'll be a little risky. We'll skip that regular strength. And then we didn't get anything. So, Dex is a good stat, so is durability effectiveness. I'll take this one first. And we won't lose durability, and we've also pushed back. So if we do get major strength and regular strength, they'll be second and third, so they will be higher. Ooh, major health. We could try the same thing and try going to a fourth with it. Here, but let's skip that major health and look for major strength. It really wants us to take it. All right, you know what? We'll obey. We'll listen to the crafting gods, and that strategically isn't necessarily the best choice, but a little bit fun to do. See where these pieces, this piece turns up. Rise one more on regular strength, major strength, cool. Okay, so now, but we still need the fourth, so these are off to a very good start, kind of. They have 3 enchants, though, 2 majors. The enchantment for durable didn't take any durability, but it led to that fail. So, and now we're up against a fourth instead of up against a third. So, we are going to actually have to try for a fourth on these, and we'll see where we get. Bummer. Okay, so we'll leave those there for now. We might come back. Actually, you know what? Since they have the major strength on them already, we'll try those one more time. These actually do have potential still to be fantastic. Bummer. Okay, we'll leave those there for now. Into the ground! We will run them into the ground on the Masterwork side, probably. Regular strength. All right, I'm gonna take regular strength before I run out of options again and before it's gone. Ooh, I'm gonna take major dex while I can, because strength, major dex would also be a very good set of stats for these. No luck. So we'll use regular dex here. And now these are, notice they're 8.7 dex instead of 8.7 strength. But they're Constantin, and they're full enchant dex stack. So these might actually end up being good for a heavy archer or something like that. So we'll keep that in mind when we go to the Masterwork side. Yeah. And I do, I'm lucky enough to have a lot of time. I'll take major health. I'm lucky enough to have a lot of time to play, so I'm able to go out and adventuring, and level and get stuff and buy materials and stuff like that. So I am lucky to have a lot of materials. But I do consider myself a crafter first. I like to adventure, and I very much enjoy the adventuring side of it and the strategy side of adventuring. But my primary goal in adventuring is to get loot to turn into crafting materials, to sell and buy crafting materials, to trade, to break down and salvage into crafting materials. Yeah, for sure. And that's why I said, again, we'll look at some more sane crafting after this. This is what it looks like when you go for an incredibly high-end piece. And realize we might not even get it. I've done this several times already looking for these boots. I'm trying to make like really super rare boots. They will be, hopefully and probably honestly, at the risk of being immodest, they'll be some of the better boots out there at all. They will be very high end. They'll be better than my boots for sure. All right, so we have major health. We're looking for some strength on it now. Ooh, major strength. Oh, beautiful. Okay, let's see if we can get the regular strength. So hopefully we don't start running into a bunch of fails on this on the coin flip is kind of what I call it. All right, so those ones are very good contenders there. We're gonna try to get basically the same thing on these right here that have major health and major strength. We're gonna try to get this regular strength on them, and then it'll be pretty much the same thing. It'll be 25 health, 8.7 strength. These are 25 health, 5.1 strength. We're trying to get the extra 3.4 strength right now. Whatever it is, 0.6. And we failed on it. Oh, failed twice. Ouch. All right, we're gonna try again, just because they are off to a good start on it. No, I didn't say that, Violet. And again, I know. I don't mean it like that. But I mean, it's because it's not necessarily worth doing this many resources into it most of the time. Yeah, that one did hurt. That was 3 in a row. That's bad luck. I mean, again, they're basically coin flips. So you flip a coin 3 times in a row. Having it come up, tails 3 times in a row isn't exactly a rare event. But it does kind of hurt when you're off to such a good start. It'd be one thing if we were just, we still need a major strength, so let's see if we get it. Those were so ready to be wonderful boots. They wanted to be wonderful boots. They did everything right. They had everything going for them, and then tragedy struck. But unfortunately, hey, major strength. But we are off to another good start here, and we're going to stop these ones since they have both majors already. We're going to stop them at 121. And the reason we're doing that is we're going to save this extra durability for the Masterwork side. So that if we have to keep rolling for a 4th on the Masterwork side to look for major strength, we have the durability to do it. It's like spice. All right, well spiced up, good Violet. All right. Ooh, major strength. So it's only 5.0 because it's our first one, but we're still definitely gonna take it. We're not getting that picky. We're not worrying about. Imagine doing all this and worrying about what order the stuff came in. Skipping stuff just to make it come later. That's where you start talking about stuff that's impossibly expensive. It's just so difficult to get. We have done a little bit of that. One time we made a wand, a very, very nice wand, but it took a lot of resources. I wouldn't sell them for 5 mil. I would sell them for a decent amount. We've had bad luck overall, because I've done this a couple times looking for these boots. We've had bad luck overall. Is that the pair I wanted to work? I'm going to stop working this pair. So this pair already has a fail on it on the second enchant. It has no majors. I'm going to set these aside, and we'll actually, these ones we might sell to the vendor, and they'll drop for somebody who, if you're a newer player, having these drop for you with 15 focus, 3.13 strength, 3% weapon damage, those would actually be a nice drop, a nice pair of boots for you. But that takes care of us on the enchant side. So now we're going to go to the masterwork side. And this is what... this is where we'll be able to talk about some of the stuff we did. We'll get a little explanation of why we did it over here now that we're on the masterwork side. Yes, and they really work hand in hand. These are, I will say, again, there's other stuff on the master on the enchant side, like gem and jewel specific enchants and things like that. And there's some deeper strategy there as well. We can talk about that in the future, but definitely, hopefully, that's an overview of it, and a bit of intermediate strategy in there as well. So we're gonna add all our blacksmithing rings now, just like we had these plus 10 alchemy enchant pieces on. We're putting on our plus 10 blacksmithing masterwork pieces to get the same effect, to get those higher percent chances. Now my blacksmithing is also at 140, so we'll be looking at the same percent chances here. I have a similar revised skill. It's a little bit lower. It's 131 here. Yeah, so same revised skill basically. And notice I'm still leveling my actual blacksmithing specialized skills though. So my plate armor is 138, so I'm still leveling this to 140, and this is where my crafting X pool will start dropping quite a bit, but I will be taking this to that higher level where I'll be getting extra like 0.1 strength maybe, and things like that. Monkey Smack, the banana fondler. How are you? I'm sorry. That sounded far worse than I in my head. I was just putting words together. Dear Lord. I hope you're doing well, Monkey Smack. Good God. That was not anyway, let's go ahead and do plate boots and see how they could masterwork. All right. So let's start with these pairs that have strength and regular strength. We'll hold off on our really nice pair up here. A little suspense for the end. So let's go down. These that are at 3.5 strength and 3 focus. These I'm going to sell to the NPC. I'm going to let those hopefully drop for a newer player. These ones that are at 81. So this is the one that had major health, major strength, and 3 fails. It's not looking like it's going to be an amazing piece. Let's see on the masterwork side kind of what we can do. This kind of is actually some like a yeah, you gotta be careful with the banana analogies. Monkey Smack for sure. This kind of is almost playing doctor to these, and we're almost trying to recover these because they were off to a good start, but they're in kind of a bad position. So again, if you're only looking for a piece of gear for yourself, this would be kind of throwing good ingots after bad. This would be kind of a waste of resources. But because I know players that could use a little upgrade, or I can drop stuff in chests, or I can post it on a vendor for a low price, but it gets people extra stat at a level they can actually afford. To me, it is worth putting more ingots into a piece like this. So we're going to go, and one thing we can get on the Masterwork side is additional durability. For helms, gloves, boots, it's 15 durability added on. So we're going to add that on first. That's going to take us back up to 96. That's a big help. It also pushes our other things further, our other Masterworks further, which means I could have done 2 Masterworks and gotten a 100% chance and a 95.2% chance and been done. Whereas this is going to push me into 95.2 and 56% for the actual stat Masterworks. And if I fail that 56%, I will lose 12 of the 15 durability I just added. So it's a little bit, to add that durability there is a little bit of an all or nothing thing. So if we get another fail now, we're pretty much going to just stop working the boots. But we'll see if we get a little bit of luck and we can still turn them into something nice. So I'll take a regular strength on them. They have 86 durability, and now I'm going to try against this 56% chance. And we got it, so we'll look through for something good. Major strength, cool. So now they have 72 durability, and they have 13.9 strength. That's a lot of strength. They have 25 health. That's a lot of health. They have 72 durability. That's good durability. So in my opinion, this is actually... Yeah, exactly. This is actually still a very nice pair of boots, and this is good for someone... normally I usually think of someone who's a couple months in the game, but basically someone at your level, Axel, it sounds like. Assuming these are higher stats than your boots are. This is a nice pair of boots. It would last for a while because it has good durability. You wouldn't need to constantly slap repair kits on it. And it's a good bit of stat without being, you have better things to spend your gold on than this impossible set of gear that you'd have to, mine for weeks and weeks and weeks to get the gold for. These boots would actually help you get resources faster and stuff like that. And actually, if you're around, if you want to come into town, I'm happy to just hand these over to you. If they're a little bit of a boot upgrade for you. Since we're doing so many pairs here, I have extras. So those are yours if you'd like them. And that's the way that, that's a piece, Arlia, just east of Nightshade Pass. And so that's an example of a piece where, again, if I was just crafting for myself or just trying to get this one pair of boots, those would have kind of been considered no good because they didn't get the what we wanted. But actually, they turned into a very nice pair of boots. This is good gear. 14 strength and 25 health on boots. That's good gear. It's just not the absolute 100% best. Oh, sweet. There we go. Yes. If you want to teleport to friend, actually, we could get in party. You won't be able to teleport to me unless we're in party. Alright, so let's move on to another pair of boots. This 69 durability, major strength, major health, 4 fails. Yeah, we'll try to do a similar thing here. It's going to be a little bit harder to get it to work out. Oops, we'll always get the regular. Alright, durability. Take regular strength there. Try one more, and pass or fail, we're going to be done on these. Fail. So we're done on those. We'll set those aside too. Those will be like maybe given to somebody, maybe sold for a couple K, or maybe rare chest type level stuff is what I would consider that. Not to say it's bad, it is good stuff. Okay, these are also in a good position for having high health stack. So ooh, major health again. All right, we're gonna start health stacking nice and high. Regular strength. All right, we're gonna want a third on these. Get more strength on them. I'm in the shops district. If you use the signs, oh, you'll be able to see me because we're in party. All right. Alright, 51 durability. Ah, there you are. Hello, hello. Alright, so we got the third. We'll look for the major strength, really. We're not getting it. We're tempted to just take the durable. And now we will try for Yeah, we'll leave those. Let's set those aside for now. We'll see how they go. Yeah, there we are. Trade. Sweet. Yeah, it's another risky one. Well, we're gonna pause on those. We're gonna decide what we want to do depending on how other stuff goes. So if we end up getting another pair of boots that are as good as these ones have potential to be, we won't bother trying to make these live up to that potential. We'll just say, well, we already have a pair of boots like that. Why do a bunch of ingots to try to get these to the same state, probably with less durability and probably not even gonna make it. But we'll pause those for now. And again, almost 70 health on there. For a new player particularly, that'd be a bigger boost than strength in a lot of situations. So, not a wasted pair of boots by any means. All right, but now we are getting to the fun stuff. So, we actually have a lot of these that have the double strength on them. This one is the one with split everything. So these are going to be good. Our major, yeah, okay. These might be kind of a good general purpose boots. Depending how they roll here. But they already have some health, so we'll stack a little more health. Glancing blow power is not a bad one either. Your glancing blow has to be fairly high level for it to be worth it, though, over just straight damage avoidance. So I tend to leave it off the lower, the lower and mid tier stuff. I tend to save it for very high tier stuff, where the person using it is likely to have plus, level 130 at least. Glancing blow. Alright. So, chance. Regular strength will take on this one at this point. And we'll leave these again. We'll leave these high durability. 7 strength, 60 health, 5.3 dex. Not bad either. All right, and this is the full dex stack ones. Let's see how we do with these ones. These will be interesting. If we add a bunch of strength to back that up, a heavy archer, someone might quite enjoy them. Take regular strength there while we see it. That was that 101, right? Yeah. No more strength, so we will do minor avoidance. That's not a bad stat. And it also makes stuff last longer. So notice the durability multiplier now says 395% instead of 300%. And then in parentheses it says 300% plus 95%. That added 95% is because we put a damage avoidance stat on there. So plus 1.7 damage avoidance has given us 95% durability multiplier. That only applies to this piece of gear, but it does make it last longer. So any gear with damage avoidance on it, even if it has low durability, a piece of gear, boots with damage avoidance and 50 durability will last longer than boots with no damage avoidance and with 60 durability, and will also give you damage avoidance. Good stat. Beast Striker. Yes, they did, and you're a bit late to the party as well. I failed in tutoring you. All right, so one more masterwork. We're going to try to put on these 56%. I bribed him. That's right. I bribed him with the boots. Ooh, major strength. Beautiful. 5.3. So, 5.3 strength on the getting these as the third. You notice when we got stuff as the third over here, got major strength as the third, it was 5.4 strength, I believe. Whichever ones have them, because we're on a lower level over here. Anyway, so these are 82 durability. They're 3/3 no fail. They're actually quite good. They have major strength, regular strength, minor avoidance on the masterwork side. Enchant side, they have strength, major, dex, and dex. We're going to hold off on these. We actually are going to push these because these have potential to be insanely good boots. If we got a major on the enchant side, a major strength, they would be 1.7 strength about short of a full strength stack, but they would also be a full dex stack for plate boots, and they would also have damage avoidance on them, so they'd actually be insanely good boots. If we pull that fourth off on the enchant side, these are the level of boots we're looking for. So we'll keep an eye on those. And those were the ones that we thought, oh, maybe these will be good for an archer or something. But they might actually turn into the piece we're looking for for swords users who we're making these for. Yokozaima's drop especially wings. Yes, especially wings. Push them to the ground. Oh, we will. We will burn those out. Again, the person we're making these for values durability, so we want to keep a decent amount of durability on them. But we'll push them down, just trying to make them fantastic ones anyway, because there's other people that are, like myself, who are happy to run very high stat gear, even if it has like 17 durability. I've used chest pieces that had like 17 durability on them. You got to repair them a bunch, but I mean, stat. It's wonderful, delicious, beautiful stat. So, all right, let's see about some of these other ones. These ones are all full strength stack. So these are our best shot, really, because we have so much durability left on them. Take regular strength while we see it. So because these have this on the Masterwork side has minor strength, and it has minor health, it has regular health, it has major health, it has the durable, it has the armor defense, it has regular armor defense, it has damage avoidance. It's got a lot of options. It can actually be harder to get an individual stat. So any given roll, there's more stuff that can pop up, slightly more than the enchant side, and we're actually slightly less likely to get a major. So the enchant side is actually harder. The Masterwork side is actually harder to get what we're after. Ooh, major health. We're going to take that while it popped up, because I'd rather have major health than minor strength. Again, doing a full strength stack, a full stack of stats in general, in my opinion, is usually not the best option. A lot of times it's all people are after. In my opinion, you usually get a lot more out of the minor off and taking another stat. So I'm trading 1.7 strength for 25.7 health, roughly speaking. In my opinion, for most builds in most areas, that's going to be an advantageous trade. Fire heavy. Okay, yeah, B. Sounds good to me. Because I just browsed the neighborhood garage sale. Yeah, I've not repatterned it. Yeah, that's a very good analogy, though. They're literally all different. This is a Cabalist Hood pattern. You know, Cabalist Hoods have a distinct look. This is an unpatterned cloth chest piece. These are Obsidian Order patterned gauntlets that are glitching through. This is a heraldry tabard, and then I have leather. That is a striking mismatch. I'll work on it, B. I'll work on my appearance, my look. All right. So the pair we were working on is right here. 97 durability, major health strength. So if we got major strength on this, we're laughing. But it's a coin flip. We might get 3 fails in a row. Let's see how the luck treats us. We got that. You know, we're skipping that minor strength because we're really looking for that major there. Oh, and now if I press control, it's staying. Oh, it only doesn't stay on your character sheet now. I wonder if it's constantly redrawn the character sheet for some reason. Okay, I can live with that. That's cool. All right, major strength. Oh, major strength. Wow. Okay, so that's incredible. Incredibly lucky. 83 durability, 17.1 strength again. It'd be nice to take him to 18.5, but 25 health instead is great. So we will, believe it or not, roll these again on the enchant side because we have a little bit of durability. I want to keep these in the 60s for durability, but we have a 50-50 chance on the enchant side, so we'll try those when we get back to the enchant side. These are very good candidates. This is the best set we've had so far. Looking for a pair of boots. Ooh, nothing we want here. So minor armor defense and armor defense are actually not great stats with Constantine. People that use Constantine a lot of times are running Berserker stance, and their armor defense actually they're not too concerned with their damage resistance. Their damage resistance actually goes to 0 anyway. So adding this percentage won't do anything. So I'm going to put durable on these. It's a precarious start because I'm going to push back my enchants a lot, but if we get to a 4th, they'll be high levels, and that's just kind of the way the dice rolled on it. So we'll take regular strength there. Take minor strength there. Yes, ouch. Sometimes those ouch pieces actually end up being a blessing in disguise. So I have this. Oh, I don't have it on me anymore. I have a Carapacian helm that actually has 19 point some odd int on it, because we thought it was going completely the wrong way. We were making it on stream. We thought it was going completely the wrong way. We thought, well, this one's never going to work out. I guess I'll just throw ingots on it. And because I ended up getting like a fourth Masterwork and a fourth enchant, it's a 4/4 piece. It's actually very nice. It still has quite a bit of durability, and it pushed the stats I was after way back in the line. So I actually ended up getting like an extra half int out of it. So it actually turned into one of the nicer pieces I've made, even though it started off looking like like ouch, oh that hurts, that's kind of a fail. Which is definitely the way I was treating it. That's what I was saying. I was saying, oh man, this one's not gonna. I don't even know why I'm using ingots on this one. It's so unlikely to come out. But then it did come out, and it actually ended up being a very nice high stat piece. Yes, that's a very, very good strategy, especially if you take Tactics Spec, because both of those stances become incredibly powerful with Tactics Spec. And that's a very good strategy to have your tanky set and your tanky deck and your more offensive deck, and be able to switch through them, especially be able to switch in the field sometimes if they're tied to hotkey. Yeah, Tactics is a beautiful spec. I really enjoy it. All right. But 121, 13.6 strength. I mean, 121 durability is kind of crazy. They are off to a very interesting start, but we're rolling against a fourth now, and we're only rolling against a third on the enchant side, but we can't add strength to an enchant side in. These are off to actually, you know what? Well, yeah, we really do want more stat over here, so we're gonna roll against a fourth, even at that low percentage, and we'll see what we can get. Roll these down. We'll roll these down quite a bit. We'll probably roll these into the 60s. Looking for it. So plus 1097. Mining time is good thinking time on builds. So it's just standing at the crafting table, refining stuff and making potions and stuff. I spent a lot of time just bringing up a adventuring tree and just staring at it and thinking, okay, what's here? What's going on? What am I missing? What can I do? It's good thinking time for sure. Oh man, yeah, dude, you're on fire. You're taking off. 85. Hey, we got it. All right, so now we're looking for major strength. So that 18% was maybe almost even the easy part. Certainly, what we're looking for now isn't the easy part. Actually, the truth is they're both difficult. But we're going to try to get a major strength in here. No such luck. So we will take Glancing Blows, probably the best option there. And we'll set those aside. All right, let's try these 121s. I'll take regular strength there. Major strength, beautiful. Okay, so we have regular strength and major strength. Not bad at all. Let's see where we can go from here. Let's try for a third. Minor strength, major health would be good. So minor strength, we already have a pair that's not full stack. Let's turn these into a full strength stack, that 1.8, while it's there in our face. 18.7, high strength boots. 16 to 19 and a half is about the max you're going to get on boots, depending on your skill. Yeah, full strength stack, no fails. So this actually would sell for quite a bit now, but we're going to go to the Masterwork side, or the enchant side, that 50-50 shot, and try to get something good on it on the enchant side. Try to make it even better. Again, this is an amazing piece of gear. This is a very thrilling, very good high level piece to make, and I'm already incredibly satisfied with the number of boots we made and the result we've gotten so far. So I mean, someone's already wearing some of what we made and got an upgrade from it. So I'm really happy with this crafting session so far. We've already done fantastically, and we're gonna try to push for that push for even more. And again, really just throwing lots of resources at trying to get these super insanely high end pieces. Yeah, so the plus numbers, one of the first things you'll learn is the plus numbers can be pretty deceiving. So this plus 16 pair here is good. It has 60 health, which is good. It has some dexterity, which again is nice, but it doesn't make it's not nearly as big of a factor as strength in a build that would be using these boots. It only has 7 strength, it has 1% armor durability effectiveness, cool, but not a huge impact. But all those things stacked together, the fact that it has 2 majors on it, it has no fails, it started as an exceptional with the +1, that got it up to plus 16 stat. Whereas this is actually, these are better boots for 90% of people that would ever wear plate. In almost every situation, actually, where someone would wear plate boots, these are better boots for them, and they're only a plus 12. Even though they have more durability and they have more stat that is relevant to the types of builds that people wearing this would be doing. They're going to wear constant plate boots anyway. You can do the analogous thing to this. So as far as stacking strength, swords, if you had a 2-handed sword, you could actually stack a lot more. Strength, you get over 50 strength on a 2-handed sword, though usually there are better options. Usually you're better off staying at about 30 strength or 35 strength and getting more masterworks for damage to glyph skills. A helm, you can get similar amounts. Yeah, you get 2-handed swords pretty high. We made one the other day that was 53 strength, 33% whirling blades, and 75% rend damage. That was a really nice one. Yeah, well, and we'll be working different pieces today. Yeah, again, yeah. So they're pretty high end pieces. Don't I do want to say, I mean, I don't. At the risk of being immodest, this is I have put a lot of work in, and I am a high level crafter. And again, it's it's because I'm lucky enough to have a lot of time to play and a lot of time to work on it. But this is very high end stuff. This isn't kind of typically what you would be using. Again, I don't usually use stuff until very recently. I never used stuff at this level. I had made it for other people on occasion, but I never used it myself because just I wasn't there yet. It was too extreme. I didn't have a build that justified it. I didn't particularly want it. I was more focused on raising my actual skill levels and getting power that way because it was more effective, more efficient. So this could have a kind of an ironic effect of being discouraging sometimes to look at these super high end stuff and go, oh gosh, my sword only has 17 strength. Well, if it's a one-handed sword, first of all, 17 strength is perfect. That most, in my opinion, absolutely perfectly built to build one-handed swords max out at 17 strength, roughly, 16.5 to 17.5. So I hope no aspect of this is ever discouraging to anyone because it's not, it's kind of a special case. All right, let's go back to the enchanting table now and see what else we can add on to these to make them maybe even more fantastic. Honestly, in my opinion, I mean, some of this stuff, yeah, would be good. Some of it, it really is like super end game gear. Most people that are like over adventure level 130 don't even run gear like this. Certainly I didn't. I never ran gear like this when I was in the 130s on adventure level. Yeah, it would make it would make a difference. Oh, but I make all range of stuff. Like I said, I pieces that drop his loot. You'll look at them and you'll think, what's going on with that piece? It's just some wacky, weird little, thing. It's got a bunch of fails on it. It's got stats that don't make sense. That's part of what happens in crafting, so, yeah, don't, my name isn't always a mark of quality. Don't buy any gear because of the name on it, buy it because of the stats and how they work with your build. So don't judge me based on looks. My outfit is it's in a bad spot right now. I can work on. Hey, I got some. Here, how about this, B? I got some lovely Plague Doctor masks. Would that look better? Run around in a Plague Doctor mask. Designer helm of the wolf. Is that perhaps it? All right. So let's make sure we put on all our alchemy pieces. Yep, alchemy neck piece, alchemy ring, alchemy ring. Okay, let's go ahead down, and we're going to try to finish some of these pieces off. And we are going to finish some of these pieces off. Let's see if it's in the good way or the bad way. I finished some pieces off real good. Real good, but not in the good way. No, it adds across both weapon slots. So if you have it on your offhand item, if you have plus crit chance or damage on your offhand sword, it will still get calculated in even when you attack with your primary, and vice versa. Hello, Dr. H. Good to see you, man. How are you doing today? And how's the Bee Striker today? I don't think I asked when you came in. All right. Sorry for dipping on chat the other day, Bee Striker, after dropping the flower on you. Apologize. Okay, so these are the ones. These are the really long shot ones. These are the ones where we're going for a 4th on it, and they only have 7/7 durability. All right. Oh, no, they're not. No, these aren't the ones. Where's the ones we're going for the 4th on? That's the dex stack. Here we go. These are the ones that are dex stacked, and we're going for a major strength on the 4th. That would be wild. Let's see if we can get that on them. 18.4% chance. We'll run them down fairly low. Oh wow! All right, so we got the 4th roll on them, 18.4% chance. But now we still need major strength on it. And again, that's a hard stat to find. So we're gonna be very lucky to get that. We're only halfway there. Major int, not what we want. No luck. So they don't have any health on them right now. They don't have any focus. Well, they have 15 focus. Let's do something absolutely crazy. Let's take the plus durable. This will give us durability effectiveness, which is a good stat. It's not going to cost us any durability yet. And that means we get to show here where the crazy gear goes. And go for that roll. Exactly. Yep, you got it. That's exactly what we're doing. So we're gonna go for a 5th on them, and now we're gonna push them all the way because it's insane. 9.2% chance to succeed, even at an effective level of 170. So again, very diminishing returns. But this is really pushing for something that can be a really amazing piece, really super high end piece. So we didn't get it, and we're going to push these pretty much all the way. 9.2% chance. All right. We have a couple more as technically. Didn't get it. To the ground. You say to the ground. Okay, so here's the thing. 34 durability. A piece needs at least 31 durability to enchant. So, 34 durability. This is our last shot at it. After this, it'll be too low, and we won't have another shot to add anymore. We're going to take it at the 9.2% chance, and we failed. So we're at 22 now, and if we tried to work this and brought these back, no durability must be more than 30 to enchant. We can't enchant any further. So these will stop at still being impressive boots. I mean, they're they got a stack of fails on them. They had been a 3/4 with only 1 fail on them, but we really wanted to look for that amazing thing. Yeah, rest in peace. But they're still high stat boots, and they still have enough durability to use. So these will actually go on to live some useful life somewhere. It's not like they're trashed by any means. And you might be asking what happens when go what your percentage is at a 6th enchant, and you actually can't do that. So the most enchants you could ever put on anything is 5. So if I have something like this necklace here, this sorcery necklace, it has 5 enchants on it. If I go to enchant it, oops, I need to actually have Mandrake in there too. If I go to enchant it, it'll say maximum enchantment maximum reached. You can't have any more than you can't do 6. You can't do any more than 5 Masterworks and or 5 enchantments. So you could have 10 total. 5 Masterworks, 5 enchants. A 5/5 piece, I've seen like 2 or 3 of them. Most pieces you can't do 5/5 and still 5 Masterworks and 5 enchants and still have them be good pieces because there's not enough durability in the piece. If you had gotten majors on them, then the durability would be too low for you to get 5 enchants, even if you took the durables on them and stuff like that on some pieces. Although I might have to recalculate that. They raise the durability on some, so that those might be few and far between, or they might not exist. Certainly some artifacts still exist like that. So it is, again, more about useful stat and making sure the stat on them is useful. But let's go back to these plate boots and see what we can get going there. Yeah, ISO, man, ISO, incredibly on top of things, incredibly quick to learn. Yeah, it is. Yeah, he was, man. More on the adventuring side than the crafting side, even. He just went after stuff, started learning skills incredibly rapidly. And learning how to put builds together and trade off between builds and things like that very quickly. Alright, so where are we? So these are the ones that are staying like this. These are the ones that have major strength on the enchant side already. Oh, so these are the ones that are, if we go for a 4th, it would be on the enchant side. Let's see, now that we have another pair that's also very high level, let's see how that would work out. These ones we are going to hold. Those ones we're holding. This is the full strength stack, so these are the ones we're going for the 3rd on. This is the pretty good pair that will probably hold on as well. Yeah, we're going to hold on those pair. And this is... Oh, mid-strength. We didn't even work these pair on the Masterwork side, so these still have to be Masterwork. These ones. We were saving the best for last, and we never got to the best. Alright, so... Alright, we're going to go back over. We're going to Masterwork those first. Nope, not yet. We'll be breaking stuff here soon. Those plus 12s are still right there. Alright, so blacksmith, Masterwork. Now let's see about these 107s. See what we can get there. Ooh, major health. Oh, we got 2 major health, so we're going to take the major health there. Now we would want major strength, and we would want regular strength to finish these off. Big ask, but we would stop. Oh, major strength. Good lord. Are you still betting on those plus 12s? 56% chance. Realize though, we could fail 3 or 4 times in a row. It's a 56% chance. It is a coin flip, so we're by no means out of the woods. And we could also miss our strength. That doesn't always come up. Oh, last window, strength. 69 durability, 17.3 strength, 50 health. Wow. Okay, those are exactly the boots I would want to make for the person we're making them for. Major strength, major strength, major health. That's perfect. That's what I would want. I wouldn't even, for them, I would not take the durability loss. Even if you said there's 100% chance you can get another 1.7 strength, and it's going to cost you durability, it's only 5 durability, so I probably would actually keep it above 60, but these are the boots we were after. These are fantastic boots. Okay, Okira. Awesome. All right, so I'm incredibly happy. This is exciting. This is the kind of stuff that happens like once I craft a ton, and this is the kind of stuff that happens like maybe once a week you get a piece like this, even crafting a ton. That's beautiful. Those we're not only just taking them over here, we're gonna lock those to inventory, make sure we don't do anything to destroy them by accident. Yeah, I will not be pushing them. Those are exactly what we want for somebody like for who we're making them for. I'm very satisfied. It's taking us ages to get these boots to them, absolutely ages to get these boots to them, because we've run against a really bad streak of bad luck. It's not just that it takes a lot, oftentimes, to make stuff like this. It's that we had some really unlucky rolls for a while. So, super excited about those. Those are probably the nicest boots I've made. I would say. Chakotay continues on. I mean, honestly, I can't either. That's a very rare thing. And again, that's why I say don't be discouraged. Pieces like that, I've never made boots like that before today. So, this isn't kind of this. I know we're talking about this in terms of this is how crafting works, and it seems kind of introductory. We're doing talking about introductory crafting on what is actually like very high end stuff. That normally you wouldn't spend the resources. It's not worth spending the resources to get stuff this high end. Most of the time, unless you're already like running up against where it costs hundreds of millions of XP to level stuff, very much. Yeah, craft out the luck. Keep crafting on it. Oh man, we can craft till the luck runs out. It might be 5 minutes. If it lasted all day, that'd be a beautiful thing. Let's see if it lasts even through this next piece. That alone would be a fantastic result. So, alchemy ring. We're all set there. Let's go over to the enchant side. Let's go ahead and get those plate boots back out. Alrighty, yeah, they get rough. It's a lot of XP for low return. I mean, I'll talk more on the adventuring side for stuff like this. How much XP would it take to get 1.7 strength, which is all those other boots are missing, in a sense. And it's a lot of XP. Thank you. I'll take a dozen pairs, can get them done today. Oh, Sean Butts. When you say day, do you just mean before I sleep, or do I have to hit midnight? Because you get enough caffeine in me, I might be able to pull 3 all-nighters and get you half that order done. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, I might clip this part of it and post it separately on YouTube as well, if people find it useful. All right, so let's see what we can get here with these 18.7 strength. That really is fantastic. 53%, 56% chance though. Again, we're really rolling up against a up against a coin flip. So there's one fail on them. We'll take them low again. A lot of people that are looking for higher end stuff do tolerate lower durability because they know that kind of comes with the territory. The chances of doing it without that are very difficult. All right, so we got it there, which is awesome. And so now we really do have to start thinking about this. Stopping the coin flips. I need to dig out rock paper scissors championships. I need to see about if there's a sign up sheet somewhere because we are having very good luck today. But so now we have a strategic thought here. We do have to consider this, and this is where it does kind of start getting kind of wringing your hands and thinking about it, because we have a certain number of revisions. We don't know how many exactly. We know it's at least we can hit this at least twice. We get at least 3 windows of revision, but we also know that we are going to have a chance of getting a major health at somewhere in there. That's really the stat we probably want. Major dex is also a good secondary one, since we already have ones that are health stacked, especially, and these are going to someone who values health highly in their build as well. Maybe these we want to put some major dex for someone who wants all the strength, but also wants a little extra dex, so they have a higher crit chance on it. So major dex would also be a good one. Those are really the two we're looking for: major health or major dex. But at the same time, we don't want to hit the revise button to the end, get no majors, and also be stuck with focus, int, and durability effectiveness. Wouldn't be the worst thing, but still wouldn't be as good as a major, or even as a regular dex or something like that. So as we revise, we're gonna have to keep that in mind if we don't find exactly what we found, which is major health. So we're definitely taking major health on that. 66 durability, 18.7 strength, 25 health. So 3-3, 1 fail this time, but still very high durability and a very good stat. And the reason they have a fail and they're still only 4 durability less than these pieces, actually only 3 durability less, is because this one, if you break down the durability on them, it has no fails, but it also has one more major. It has major strength, major health, major health. This one has major strength, major health, and minor strength. So turning that major health takes -14. So having that be a minor strength instead, it was only -5. So that's an extra 9 durability we got, and then we lost 12 durability from the fail. So they're 3 durability lower. But also look at the numbers. These are +18s. These are +14s. These are definitely better boots. But are they really that much better than these? It depends on who you ask. Some people would say, no, give me the extra strength. 25 for health for any extra strength, I'll take the extra strength. Because that's the way they like to play their build. And extra strength will also get you health. Every point of strength you give gives you 3 to 4 health, depending on your level, roughly. So it's really only a hit of about 20 strength. But look at these +14s compared to these +14s. These are +14, 66 durability. These are +14, 66 durability. If I put these side by side, so I'll put these on so we can compare them side by side here. Look at the stat difference. The ones on the left have 25 health. The ones on the right have 70 health. Okay, that's a nice big health boost. But the ones on the left have 12 more strength, 11.9 extra strength compared to the ones on the right. So they're both +14, but almost any adventurer at a high level is going to say, you know what? No, that strength is too valuable to sacrifice 12 strength just to get me that extra health there. So yeah, exactly. The plus doesn't matter a lot, and look at the number of fails even it took to take that down to a +14. It used to be even higher. Before those fails stacked on it, when we were looking for an extra masterwork, an enchant, it would have been even a higher plus number, just because the durability is a +3 and adds durability. So when you actually compare pieces, yeah, just using the plus number isn't a great option. You really have to kind of know your build and know how it worked out. JJ, hello, Jamie Jen. How you doing today? Quite good indeed to see you. Yeah, exactly. Durin stats, that's what matters. And so these are fantastic boots. I'll have to think about. I'll probably end up vendor listing these. I'll have to think about for what. But those are also quite good. We're going to lock these ones. So these are the ones though that are going to Zeklacek is actually the person we're making them for. This is dead on. This is exactly what we wanted to make for him. So I'm incredibly satisfied with that. Hopefully, informative again. I hope none of it is discouraging, because very rarely do you even get a chance to work on gear like that. Usually you can't justify the resources it takes to try to get a pair like that unless you just get it by incredible luck. So those are probably the best boots I've made. I don't run gear that is that good in most slots most of the time, and certainly I never did until very recently. So I hope it was kind of fun, and I hope it was a good look at that stuff. Awesome. That's fantastic to hear. That's actually motivational. Yes, and Dr. H, absolutely fantastic point. A while ago, if it wasn't an exceptional used to add +50 starting durability, and then they changed it. They made it so exceptional just adds durability effectiveness, which is good but not necessary, and you always got that +50 starting durability. And actually, even you got the +50 plus a little bit more on top of that. So, yeah, that was a fantastic change. They've made crafting a lot more accessible. They've made the kind of the ramp, the difficulty ramp, and the resource input ramp a lot more steady of a steady climb. It used to be a sharp climb, and then it would be kind of stagnate, and then it'd be a sharp climb and kind of stagnate. It's a lot more steady. It's a lot better system now because of fairly recent changes.